Okay, so let's do some mole to mass conversions. So this is dealing with worksheet number 2, where we're going to get some practice converting from a certain number of moles to mass, and then in problem number 2 below, we're going to go the other way and convert from mass over to moles. Okay, so I did the first two in class today with you guys. So let's start with letter C. We're going to convert 2.3 moles of ethylene glycol into the equivalent amount of mass, and we have the chemical formula here, so that's helpful, hopefully. So what we need, the first thing we need to do is we need to know what the molar mass is of ethylene glycol. So the first order of business is to take the chemical formula, and we need to determine the molar mass. And remember, molar mass means the mass of 1 mole of substance. So if we had 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd molecules of ethylene glycol, and we measured their mass, that would be the molar mass. Okay, so let's make a little table here. We have carbon, we have hydrogen, and we have oxygen. Now, so I hope you have your periodic tables at the ready. So you look up the atomic mass of carbon, and you'll see it's 12.011. And let's agree, I think we established this in class, but just to be clear, when we pull atomic masses from the periodic table, let's round those to the 10th place. So you'll round it to the first decimal point. So 12.011 rounds to 12.0. Okay, how many atoms of carbon do we have? That's 2. So that's 2 times the atomic mass of carbon, and so that's 24.0. Okay, hydrogen. How many hydrogens do we have? We got 6. So that's 6 times the atomic mass of hydrogen, 1.0079. 1.0 is perfectly sufficient, so that when we multiply by 6, that's 6.0. And oxygen is 15.9994. We have 2 of them, so that's 2 times, we can round that to 16.0. That's perfectly sufficient. Okay, so there we go. These are the contributions to the molar mass from each of the 3 elements in ethylene glycol. All right, so when we add that up, 24, that's 30. 30 plus 32 is 62.0, and that's grams. Okay, so there's our molar mass. Now, I'm going to go over here. We want to convert 2.3 moles of this stuff. So we're trying to get the number of grams. So number of grams equals 2.30 mole times, and then we draw the line. We're going to make a conversion factor here, and you know what? Maybe let's just, on this first one for sure, let's write down the equivalents that we're using to derive our conversion factor. So 1 mole of ethylene glycol equals 62.0 grams. All right, so that's our equivalence. And since we're trying to calculate the number of grams, we're going to put grams on the top. So that's 62.0 grams over 1 mole. Remember, the abbreviation for mole is MOL. And then when we do this out, we're going to have 2.3 times 62. Let me grab my calculator. 2.3 times 62. And I get 142.6. 142.6, because notice that moles cancel out, we get grams. All right, and so there we go. That is our answer. And let me just click over here, and indeed that is the correct answer. All right, okay, and if you're being, if we're going to be really strict about significant figures, notice that we have 3 significant figures in the information that we were given. So technically, we need to round this to 143 grams. Okay, so I just want us to be aware of significant figures. Okay, I have to go pick up my other daughter, so I'm going to stop this and I'll continue this in part 2 in just a little bit. Okay.